Hello, everybody.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome
Hey.
to the final class of our cohort. Really excited to see what y'all been working on. Um, Hope y'all are all having a good Tuesday. Okay, so for time's sake, I'm going to give us 6 minutes this time for everyone to kind of jump in over the traditional 10. But um, yeah, no, see y'all in 6 minutes. And so see what y'all be
It's my
making.
turn. Sorry.
I guess a little bit of housekeeping. What I'll have us do is whoever wants to volunteer first for presentations can
Yes,
start. All right,
yes,
got
our
all
group wanna
right.
go. Yeah.
Good to this is why you come early. And basically in the
And
meantime,
then we're going second.
all right, I like it. I like the initiative. Um, in the meantime, I want to share with y'all uh, this lovely feedback form that Geraldina provided. I Let me just kind of share this real quick with y'all. Over here, Geraldina has provided us with. Oh, um, let me make sure y'all actually. Also, I'm gonna make y'all co-hosts in a little bit, but I'm gonna share this with our cohort two chat. But basically, there is a form for feedback on the class. There is a bootcamp reflection form here and an anonymous feedback form here. So please fill out both. This will help us make a better class, help us make see where we can be better, what we did good on, and where we can make a really dope cohort three. So thanks in advance for doing that, but feel free to kind of start it off if you'd like. And um, while we are waiting for the last 3 minutes. All right, so bam, there's that over there. And then it's the other one. I'll get the other one for y'all, but meantime, let me just make sure y'all can share your screens and all. May have a guest appearance from a local dev out here. I just don't know if he might be late, but see, we got it all good. Great. So I'll chime in when he's in. Felix, if you're here, just holler. But meantime, let me just kind of make sure y'all are all full co-hosts here. There he is.
Hello.
Hey, Felix, how's it going, man?
Doing well, doing well. How you doing, Huss?
Doing great. Thank you for I know your time is valuable. You're out here making the world a better place with AR apps out here. So thanks for coming by. For quick uh introduction. Uh Everybody, this is Felix. He's a developer that actually was part of a boot camp in what was that, 2019 or something like that, but or 18.
Like 2017. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, we
I,
that's
I
it. We
stopped
old.
counting. I stopped
Yeah,
counting.
exactly. But basically, he basically went to a iOS boot camp, and then basically like currently is over here making some really dope apps. And yeah, Felix, do you want to kind of take 2 minutes to just talk about yourself real quick?
Sure. I'll give you guys the TLDR because Yeah. The fun part is getting to y'all's actual projects. So, hey everyone, my name is Felix. I've been industry professional for about 10 years now. I specialize primarily in iOS development. I've worked at a couple of noteworthy companies, including Reddit, DoorDash, or worked at a global consultancy. Again, my specialty is really in mobile development with a concentration in iOS. Once upon a time, I did a little bit of web development and even a little bit of Unity game development. Beyond that, so by day, I'm presently, well, by day, I'm at a company or startup called Hover. They essentially do like an AR, well, you could think of it like an AR, I guess you could say reconstruction app that essentially takes like your physical space and then recreates it within a virtual world so that insurance agents or construction folks can essentially like generate quotes and understand like um, basically the I guess the nuances of a space. But beyond that, by later day, I also run a I run my own thing. It's called New Mission Tech, and currently building out a couple of apps, including a collectible scanner app and recently a it's called a grading population app. Another tool for collectors. But yeah, that's the TLDR. And back to you, Hess.
Yeah. Thank you, Felix. We've been working together, friends for a minute, and it's really I'm really happy to have him here to kind of just give a little bit of insight and feedback on your projects. He will have to leave a little bit earlier than the class ending, so if y'all want to kind of get feedback from a seasoned dev out here, make sure you volunteer next right afterwards. But uh in the meantime, I would say we're kind of at critical mass right now. So um Muhammad, you wanted to start your project first, and then we'll get to the next group.
Yes.
Um,
So for our side, I'm going to tell you one more thing. The Justin will share his screen first, then I will share my screen, then he will share again his screen. So Justin, please.
Yeah, of course. Hello?
Everybody who's
Oh,
sharing their screen, sorry for cutting off. Make sure you
ah,
allow the permissions because if you're on like Mac or Windows, it might kick you out to come back. So you want to do it now before sharing.
okay, can I share now?
Yeah.
Is that fine? All right. Share. Oh, okay, I see what you mean now. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
okay, yeah. Everyone that's gonna share is gonna experience the same thing. So like try to click the share button now. It's going to like most likely kick you out the call so you can come back and start sharing.
Yes, it's open system settings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think sorry. Yeah.
good call. Thanks, Luis, on that.
Mm-hmm.
So take 2 minutes to kind of
Okay, yeah, I have
making
to
sure
create
that
and
everyone's
reopen.
sharing.
Yeah, yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
Yeah, everybody's who's gonna present, please do it because
Yeah.
it's gonna like slow you guys down.
Okay. All right. If everyone has share like basically went through the process of sharing, we can start now. So go on ahead.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. Share. Okay, can y'all see the screen right now?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you can see the presentation right now as well, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. All right. All
Y'all
right. Good
got this.
afternoon, everyone. Oh,
Good evening.
okay, good, good. Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team MCI, and today we will be presenting our project, Passage Airline. Now, before we actually start the main presentation, let me actually introduce the team here. So you could go ahead, Mohammed.
Yeah, sorry. So my
Yes.
name is Mohammed Okas. Good evening, everyone. And I'm basically my major is programming software development, and I'm going to graduate right now. I think in this event this summer, and I'm full stack developer right now. Thank you,
Uh,
Ibrahim.
hi, hi everyone. My name is Ibrahima Koulibaly. For this project, I'm full stack developer, and yes, that's it.
Mhm. And hi, everyone. My name is Justin Jimenez. I worked on this project as the front-end developer as well as the creative lead. I'm actually currently majoring in computer science right now, graduating this fall, and I'm most likely going to transfer to Hunter College or Queens College.
Yeah, good evening, guys. So it's me, Sarthak, and my major is computer science, and I'm also graduating this semester, and most probably I will be joining Queen's College. Yeah.
Mhm. All right. Now, before we actually started creating this application, we kind of viewed different booking sites or flight sites to see what problems we could like make a list of. So we have slow pages, unresponsive pages, abundance of ads, unneeded plans or subscriptions, overcomplicated pages, price anchoring, and as well the most like arguably the biggest like negative or con is that price increase based on your cachet.
To solve to solve this problem, we create Passage Airline. We wanted to make booking flight easier and less confusing for user because a lot of airline websites today have too many steps and can be hard to use. So when we start building our app, we focus on keeping everything simple, clear, and easy to navigate. With our app, user can create an account, book a flight, check their ticket, see flight studies, and manage their profile all in one place. On top of that, we also work on making the design modern and user-friendly so people can find what they need quickly without getting lost or confused. At the end, our main goal was to give users a smoother and better experience compared to many airline booking websites today.
Okay, now moving on, we actually gotta, transfer to Mohammed for the live demonstration of the web application.
Yes, hello. Good evening, everyone. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, you can see it.
So this is the our web application interface. The our website name is Passage Airline. So whenever the user come to the our interface, he will see this website, this home page, and after that he will see that you can go directly to book your flight. But you can see here the popular destination he can see directly. So first of all, the user has to create the login sign in. So when he go to sign in, so for example, I'm going to create a sign name is Justin, for example, and Brooklyn. I'm going to show just the random thing. Justin adopt. So it shows create account created successfully. Now I'm going to do user Justin. So when the user interface user go into the his profile, so he will say that welcome Justin, your profile information here, his address, his city, state, and everything's there. So he can, the person can book flight directly. He can check my ticket. He can also check flight status whenever he want to do. And there's a one more thing is account management. He can log out here. He can delete his account. He can edit his account. He can also use the feedback to the the admin. So for example, I'm going to reserve my flight. It's only for the New York right now. It's for New Yorkers only. I'm going to Athens and the date is 11, for example, 3%. I'm going to do economic. So right now, if you check the price, our main purpose to give the cheapest flights to our customer. If you go to the booking.app or the Expedia, so it will show that this amount, this amount, this amount. But right now, if you compare with other flights, our flight will be very cheaper. So I'm going to do reserve flight right now. So you're saying flight reserved successfully. Now it showed that my tickets, what your booking reference, your passage airline, flight number, from where to where, how many passengers. You can cancel your ticket from here, this side. If I go to my tickets, it's showing here. And if I go to my profile, so here you can check flight status as well as it will show that it's delay, it's on time, boarding. Okay. So right now I'm going to log out. Oh, for example, one more thing I just forget. Profile here. He can also give us feedback. For example, name is Justin. Justin. Good, for example. I'm going to send a feedback. So feedback is submitted. Now I'm going to log out. So now one more thing. So there's one more admin page. So administration have access to our dashboard where they can manage flights and view customer feedback. So I'm going to log in and there's an admin here. Look, he can add flight, he can edit flight, he can delete flight, and he can check the feedback. Look, Justin is here, Justin email, and he's good. Got it. So I'm going to. Seriously, I don't know how to stop my sharing screen.
There should be an icon at the top.
Yeah, like the
Yes,
top, the
it's
top.
now showing. Yes. So Justin, you can start again.
Okay. All right. Oops.
Sarthak.
So,
Sarthak.
yeah, I got you. So now I will talk about the technology we use for our project. So for front end, we use React to build the user interface and to make the website easy to use. And for the backend, we use Node.js to connect the front end with the database. And for database, we used SQLite to store and manage the data. And so now I'm going to talk about the code problems we faced during the process of making this project. So one challenge we faced was connecting the backend with the SQLite. At first, it was very difficult to make sure the data was stored correctly and also retrieved properly. But after testing and fixing some error, we were able to connect the front end, back end, and the database successfully. And so what's next? What we're gonna improve in our project in upcoming days? So in future, we want to improve this project by adding more features. Like, for example, we plan to support booking from any city because right now we only have from New York. So we will also add weather information, airport maps, and different types of offers that you can get from our websites. And we will also integrate AI to make booking more easier. So that's the end of our project presentation, I would say. And thank you for your time.
Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you guys. Really love the presentation, the app, and I think in a world where Spirit Airline has died, you can kind of like basically pitch that as like this is how you get the next thing that is uh basically as good as Spirit Airline prices through our app and stuff.
Mhm.
So
When
uh
it's pricing thing.
um, basically, one of the things I do want to ask is, was there what was like, what would you say is the most challenging part of working on this project, and how did y'all overcome that? And and then afterwards, if anyone has feedback, feel free to chime in.
Can I say
So
something?
for
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah. So if you plan to continue developing this farther, I have found a secret trick I want to share with everyone, okay? So if you want to book a ticket, don't choose like Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Choose like middle of Wednesday or Thursday where people busy and you get a cheaper price. That is based on my experience. I booked the same flight and I checked like 4 times in a single week. It went from 1,000 to 800. Okay. That's a trick they use.
I love that. That can be like part of the tips that you just kind
Yeah.
of get at the
Yes.
beginning of the app. So yeah, that's a great idea, man. Continue, guys. You're gonna mention the tough
Yeah,
challenge working on the project.
yeah. So
so
eh,
for example, the challenge was that one major challenge was connecting React front end with Node.js backend and SQLite database. We also face issue with the data synchronization and debugging as well as but we solved them with with team testing and collaboration, especially the Justin and the certain Ibrahim. They help me. We talk each other and we whenever we have a problem, just solve it. Especially the Node.js thing. Yes. And I also use SQLite because basically the postgraduate is a heavy and SQLite is very easy because it's a it's developing side right now. So I use SQLite, but the other guy, I don't remember his name. He's saying that just please use postgraduate. But because our data is very very small, very small scale base right now, that's why I use SQLite.
Cool. That makes sense, and that's fair. Yeah. Felix, do you want to kind of give the whole little feedback on a project?
Sure, yeah. So first and foremost, this is an awesome project. Con- Um, well, pats and congrats to all of you. Like this is well deserved, and I thoroughly enjoyed the presentation. And I want to first off, I want to say, hey, when is this going live, and when can I sign up? All right. So
Thank
no problem. Uh, I So a couple of things. One, very simple minimalist UI. You guys have like solid flows in place, login, sign up. The main like I would say like feature set seems to be like in place, so that's really good. Uh, I guess a couple of things that I wanted to ask regarding like I guess like with next features and stuff like that. Did you guys consider like offline support, or was that kind of like out of scope for just like the initial offering, or yeah? So I was kind of curious about that. And in terms of like the other features, um, like what is like the I would say like what is the next big feature that you guys want to work on for your app?
From my side, I will say that I'm going to add the AI assistant. Every time when we go there, log in, and then it will suggest you how much you want to go to this side, this area. We are going to provide you this cheapest rate, and we are going to give you this deal and this deal. So that thing I'm going to add it. And Justin, can you add something?
yeah, about the offline support. I feel like if we were to kind of like add that in, yeah, it would be like, of course, in a mobile app.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, so I have another question regarding the going back to I think it was the first slide where you talked about where I didn't even notice was a thing where you can where essentially like these airline companies or these existing apps take your cache data and then kind of like price you on that or increase your pricing based on that. How do you guys work around
Yeah.
that issue? And as a follow up to that, how are you guys getting like fresh data and like how are you avoiding that issue to begin with?
Can you repeat because some part I just forget.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I'll rephrase it. So, yeah, so you said, so on this slide it says price increase based on your cash, right? So, how are you guys solving for that issue, is what I'm asking. And yeah,
Just say.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I could start by just saying that, like, first, we will not increase based on cache rate. I'm pretty sure that was something that was like recently, like, kind of identified with a plane company. I don't remember which, but like, I guess one of the options would be trying to, at the very least, recommend planes with like similar price points. I'm talking like very similar, like within like 2 digits at least. Because I know that was like a major problem with price increase because planes will land, planes will fly, planes will have this number amount of passengers, this amount of rate, this amount of gasoline needed, or of course this is a there is a lot of factors to consider with like pricing on the plane. So like I said, at the very least, like a two digit difference.
nice, nice. And curious, I know you guys are utilizing a SQLite database, but in terms of like persistence and just like the information that you're caching on your end, how frequently do you guys cache the data? And how do you avoid like cache misses and handle all of the, interesting issues around that?
For example, right now is a I just we said that is a developing website right now. So for example, for last question as well. So for example, I usually go a lot of places. For example, in the state, Texas and the Los Angeles side. So whenever I just book from the booking.com or Expedia, so after 5 minutes, if you log in again and if you try the price, it change the prices. Have you checked? But it's for me, I guess it's done. It's always, there's a $26, $36 difference always there. For our website, we are not doing this because we are providing our money price. Means we already adjust the price with the with the other airline that because it's a passage airline. It's full airline. So we are giving our customer relief that if, for example, Delta airline ticket is 255 for the weekend days, and for weekdays they have a 300, for example. So we already budgeted like 200, $150 like this. So it's our adjusted amount in the beginning, means in back end. So we are
Gotcha.
not going to increase the amount in every minute or every second, every 30 minutes. No, we are giving a fixed price. That's the reason is a cheaper.
I see.
Okay,
So,
Awesome,
cool.
awesome.
yeah, well,
Thank you guys. For timing sake, I'm going to stop the Q&A portion just because we
Mhm.
have about six five more presentations. So, well, six actually. So, just want to say congratulations and great work,
Thank
everybody. And our next project is Golden Hope.
thank you, Professor.
Of course, great work. Don't be putting up the chat GPT, man.
So hi everyone. We're the team Golden Hope, and yeah. So it is a Chinese-inspired jewelry e-commerce platform, and the idea. Give me a second. Can you go to the first slide, please, Jason? Thanks. So our idea is to bring authentic, handcrafted Chinese jewelry to Western shoppers while giving back to the maker communities. And so Golden Hope is built around 3 pillars. First is the makers. So skilled people at the disability support institutions in China who create traditional pieces like hair sticks, earrings, and ornaments by hand. And the second bridge is our platform that connects these makers to the American market, giving them a global reach they wouldn't otherwise have. And our third is the fund. Every sale flows back into supporting those institutions. So when you buy a piece, you're supporting them and funding their dream. Yeah. Can you change the slide? Yeah. So, sorry. Can you change the slide, please? Yeah. So this is our team. Jason Lee, May, Senedi, and Subathapa, me. So our team of 4 each owns like a vertical of the app. We all worked bits of everything. So as you can see here, Jason built product cards, product API, product tables, and May build card UI, card API, card tables, logins. Senator built navbar, user API, user tables, register, and I built a product page, auto API, auto tables, and product routes. So yeah, so Senator is gonna explain you more about our e-commerce platform. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Suba. Next, we're gonna talk about our problem. The problem we identified was that the traditional Chinese jewelry is difficult to discover online, especially for English-speaking customers, and there isn't a dedicated platform focused on selling these authentic Chinese artisan jewelries. Instead, the shopping experience is fragmented across different general marketplaces, making it hard for customers to find what they're looking for and hard for artisans to reach a global audience. As a result, many potential customers never get the opportunity to discover these unique handcrafted products, and the talented people behind them miss out on the recognition and support they deserve.
Are
APIs
you
and
static? Okay.
database management.
Sorry, for a second you were choppy there.
I think she may have lost connection.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she has some internet issue. She can use my micro to keep going.
So our goal was to basically create a smooth shopping experience while highlighting the cultural craftsmanships, but also connect with the Western customers directly with the artisans who also make each of these unique pieces by hand. And now I'm gonna let Jashin show the demo of our website.
Okay. Um, welcome to Golden Hope. I'm Justin. So let's start from our homepage. So you can see the award theme is gold, relating our brand. You can see the logo of Golden Hope is a beautiful lotus flowers. And in the middle is Shop Now buttons, which will bring you to the shop page. And there is different categories and picture correction of the shop. And at the bottom, the view our products will also bring you to the shop page, which I will show you later. So here's the about page. The about page tell our missions and impacts. So we partnering with the disabled artisans in China and funding their communities through the every sales. So basically, this is our story. And let's go to the shopping. Sorry. Just give me a second to wait the web loading. Okay, so you can see our shop page. We right now have 10 products loaded from the database. That's why we need to load. And each product it has names, descriptions, the amount, and the rating here. So you can simply add to cart here. And when you're clicking each product, you can see the name, the price, and more details of the products. So right here, you can change the quantity and the amount, and then you can add the cart. After add the cart, you can see a little notifications pop up, and you can still go back to the result and keep doing the similar steps, and you can add the cart. So after we add the products to the cart, so you can see the shopping cart. You can basically add or remove stuff like this, and at the bottom, there's the total price of the products. So when we click to checkout, it will ask you to log in. It's part of our protected rules. So like I can fill in the emails and the passwords, but if you don't have an account, you can register first. So after you log in and go to the checkout page, you can choose PayPay or credit card payments options. And finally, we also have a contact page. If you have any problems, you can leave your first name, last names, your email address, and the message and send to us. So basically, all the functions of the features of Golden Hope. So I hope you enjoyed the demos. Let's go back to the slides and let me introduce the rest part.
All right, let me walk through the technologies we use to build our website. So for the front end, we use React router, Vibe for faster development and easier to handle API requests, and Context API for managing application data. So for the backend, we use Node.js and Express, and we also implemented JWT authentication for secure user access and Bcrypt for password protection and codes to manage communication between the front end and the backend. So for the database, we use PostgreSQL with SQLite to help manage and organize our data. And then we also use GitHub for version control and Render for deployment. So one of the biggest challenge we face is working together on the same code base as a team. Since we have like 4 members in the group and we often make changes at the same time, so we had issues with much conflict and it caused errors and it affect our build. So to address this issue, we started using feature branch workflow, and then review pull requests before merging, and finally, we carefully resolve conflict using Git tools. So like this help us a lot to keep our project stable throughout the development process. So there are several ideas for future improvement if we have more time. So the first feature is we like to add its Stripe integration to support secure online payments. And we also plan to introduce wish lists and product reviews so user can interact with our products and share their experience. So another goal is to improve on the user interface and make sure it works smoothly across all devices. So one last thing we have want to edit to deploy the platform using cloud service and connect it to our custom domain to support future growth. So to wrap up, our Golden Hub website is not only just an online marketplace, but also a platform that brings technology, culture, and social impact together. So our main goal is to provide affordable, high-quality jewelry while empowering the disabled artisan in China by giving them greater opportunities, visibility, and support for their work. So this is the end of our presentation, and thank you for your time and attention.
Yeah. Thank you, Golden Hope.
And if you have any questions.
Good job, guys. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I will ask questions to, there's 4 of you on the team, right? So I can ask questions to each person. So I have a question about a React question about Sunudi. Do you think you could tell me maybe like what were some React components that you used, or what were some of the ones that you remember for a certain page, and how did you make it functional? Hello?
To build the Golden website, we use React.
Yeah, so what is one component that you remember using?
One component was the don't worry, you can do it.
Or any of the pages?
The registration page, I like the component for that, like using the fetch method in it to be able to let the user log in and log out. The mainly I didn't really start with creating any Reacts. Mostly I helped with my teammates with any conflicts and some updating the codes. So I'm not exactly, I didn't really check into what components we used in the React.
Okay. The fetch method is good to mention for that page. Maybe going back and figuring out what component was used so you can talk about your project in an interview would be great. But GXC, could I ask you a question as well?
Yes.
How does the user move from page to page?
Move to page.
Yeah, did you guys use, for example, links, or is it handled by button clicks or redirects, or how does the user move from page to page when you click on, for example, home page or sign-in page?
So So we use the root tab to allow the user like from navigate from the home page. I can go to the between the different page without reloading the entire website, but the provides the faster and the smoother user experience as user move between pages such as like the home page and the about page and the contact page. So we use the React router to navigation. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
React Router is good. And then for the buttons, did you guys have, for example, like on click calls or anything like that? How did you utilize the button for each button? How do the
So
buttons work?
use the React thing.
No,
The links. So we use different buttons to trigger different action throughout the website. For example, user can click the button to log in, register, and products the cards, update the quantities, proceed the checkout things. So the button we use to handle the users in reactions, such as navigation, login, and adding items to cards.
Okay. That's yeah, definitely go back and figure out how the buttons work as well.
Yeah.
But that's good that you're on the right track there.
Yeah, great.
May, could I ask you, I know that you spoke about resolving merge conflicts, but how did you figure out whether or not the page was working after you fixed those merge conflicts?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it again?
Yeah, so after I know that you were talking about working with merge conflicts with your team. After the conflicts were resolved in the code, how did you figure out whether or not your code had any issues or that you deleted the right thing or updated the right thing, etc.? Like, how did you figure out that the site was working properly? Hello?
I resolve match conflict by reviewing the code difference, like compare the changes from each branch and then manually selected the correct code. So after solving the conflicts, I tested the application to make sure like everything is working properly.
Okay, great. Thank you. And then I think Shuba, right? I haven't asked you a question.
Yeah.
How about, can I ask you the same question? How about you? Do you remember a component that you worked on it in the page that, um, yeah, that you personally worked on, and the component name or what props you used, or if you use state or anything like that?
So we use functional components because like use state and use effect for data fetching and state management. And we also used because they make code more reusable and easier to maintain. Yeah.
Do you remember the name of one component? Okay, if you don't.
Like navbar component, home component, and product menu component and things like that.
Okay, great. You guys, good job, and thank you for answering the questions. I appreciate it. I know that this was a fast boot camp, but you do have the chance. This is a project you can put on your resume now, so I would really recommend you guys learning about each part that you have on there so that you can speak about it during interviews.
Thank you, Geraldine.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Geraldina, for the questions there too. I'm going to amazing work, Golden Hope. Again, as you know, like you will be kind of talking through your projects, and this is for everyone as well. So make sure you can kind of speak to one particular part that you've worked on, of course, during the interviews and stuff. So yeah, good job. So it looks like Chuck Spot is next. I like that y'all are all in uniform out here, so I'm really excited to see what y'all came up with.
Already. Okay, can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right. So, hey everyone. Now before we get started, let me set the stage here. Imagine if I handed you a lottery ticket and I already told you it was the winning one. Like guaranteed you're walking home with newfound money in your pocket. Would you still play it? Well, obviously, right? I mean, like who wouldn't? Because you already knew what was going to happen. It's like, so, well, that's pretty much the idea behind Chuck Spot, where we help food trucks pick profitable events before they actually spend money. So, in a nutshell, we hand food truck owners the winning numbers before they actually buy the ticket. Now, before we get into the nitty gritty of it all, we're going to introduce ourselves briefly, and then we get into the meat and potatoes of Chuck Spot. So, here are our wonderful five-star chefs behind the people who made Chuck Spot. Starting with Khaled, the floor is yours.
Everybody, my name is Connor Mann. I'm currently a cybersecurity student with the goal of becoming a SOC analyst. Recently, I worked on an interesting project where I developed and designed a mini SOC that detects, alerts, and prevents many cybersecurity threats. And this summer, I'll be going to Rome, New York to do my internship
Khaled,
with.
sorry, we can't really hear you. Your mic is covered or something.
Can you hear me?
That's much better. Yeah, if you want, you
All
can
right.
start over.
Yeah, sorry about that. So I said, hey everybody, my name is Khaled Ahmed. I'm currently a cybersecurity student with the goal of becoming a SOC analyst. Recently, I worked on an interesting project where I developed and designed a mini SOC that detects, alerts, and prevent many cybersecurity threats. And this summer, I'll be going to Rome, New York to do my internship with the Air Force Research Lab.
Hi, my name is Hi, my name is Aniyara. I'm from Bangladesh, and I'm currently pursuing a degree in cybersecurity. I'm currently an intern at Power Consulting Group, where my work centers around IT systems and administration. I recently worked on a project where I built a Python-based pipeline that automatically detected, validated, and contained the network threats. And this summer, I'll be doing an internship with Port Authority at JFK. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is John McDonald, and before you ask, no, I do not own McDonald's, unfortunately, but since I'm in cybersecurity, maybe I could work for them. Quick fun fact about me is that I've been building computers since I was like a teenager, and this summer I'll be doing an internship with the Air Force Research Lab up in Rome, New York.
Hi everyone, my name is Tashidor Matamang and I'm an international student from Nepal. Currently, I'm in my final semester studying cybersecurity at LaGuardia and I'll be transferring to John Jay. So this summer, I'll be interning with the Air Force Lab Research and I'm also proud to be a CRSP scholar at LaGuardia.
Hello, my name's Chucky. I'm currently a cybersecurity student planning on transferring to Baruch. I'm a network administration assistant at LaGuardia. And during summer, while work is slow here, I'll be doing an internship at Urban Upbound.
Okay, so now that you guys actually know us, let's address the elephant in the room, right? Which is why did we create ChuckSpot? So food truck owners are getting burned by attending events that makes them zero profit, so therefore they're operating at a loss. To be more specific, here are the problems that they're actually facing. Small business owners in general can't afford huge losses. So for a food truck owner, one bad event is something they easily cannot absorb. That money may have been needed for tomorrow's inventory, payroll, gas, or the next booking. Next is bad events can cost the owner a full day of labor, food, and opportunity. And By the time they realized it was a bad event, the day's already gone, the food was prepped, the team showed up, and a better opportunity may have been missed. Another is that owners take losses by paying vendor fees before an event even starts, right? So the first day is not even trying to make a profit. It's just trying to catch up to that break-even point, which then leads into the next problem, which is owners don't even know if they can break even on an event. So they walk in without knowing the number they need to hit. At that point, they're not really making a clear business decision. They're just hoping out the day actually works out in their favor. And then lastly, a packed event can still result in losses. Just because you have a big crowd doesn't automatically mean you're going to have the right customers. If the fees are too high or the competition is too strong or the audience doesn't really match the food, the owner can still walk away with a huge crowd and still have a losing day. So to wrap it up, they will be left with the feelings of regret, stress, frustration, fear, and self-doubt. And clearly, each one of these problems is extremely painful, but now none of them needs to exist because of ChuckSpot. So what is ChuckSpot's solution? First, we help with the gut-punching feeling when owners hear the event 2 blocks over was packed all day, but their truck wasn't even there. Some other truck found it, and they didn't. So ChuckSpot drops every nearby event onto one map, so they're never the last one to know where the money's at. Second is we help get rid of the sick feeling of watching their hard-earned money just disappear. So before they even spend a single dollar, ChuckSpot already does the math for them. The fees, the crowd, their selling prices, even the weather, everything they need to know, and then just tells them straight, will this event make you money? Yes or no? And if so, by how much? And third, over time, all of those bad bets eventually leads up to something worse than like losing your money. Owners will stop trusting their own gut. So they're going to start playing it safe and then just turn down events just out of fear. So ChuckSpot hands them back their confidence, where every decision is backed by real numbers so they can continue growing. But instead of us just telling you how ChuckSpot solves all these problems, how about we just show you instead?
So,
Uh, can you guys hear it by any chance?
I can't tell yet.
Let me see.
Screen sharing, process your audio.
Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. There we go. Okay.
so
Okay.
I ran a food truck, and for years, every event was basically a coin flip. I would pay the fee, prep all the food, drive out there, and just hope people actually showed up. Sometimes they didn't. Now, let me show you what I do instead. Sign up is quick, nothing fancy. Once the account is created, in my profile section, I just tell ChuckSpot about my truck, what I sell, my price, how big the truck is, where I am parked, and how far I'm willing to drive. Because of this, now it's not giving me a generic advice. It's looking at every event like, would this specific truck actually make me money here? So say I want to work this week. I pop in my city, the day, what a day usually costs me, my average tickets, and hit find events. And look, we have 50 events here, and they already have done the math on everyone, so I am not guessing with my money here. So let me click into one. There's my estimate profit, how many orders to expect, and even the weather for that day. For my case, I like the Banksy's Museum, so I just grab the direction and I'm off to the location.
Once you've been out there a while, it stops guessing because now it actually has enough data to know your spots, and now it's stored under my spots. So Union Square is my best one. It scores a 92 and makes me about $520 a day and almost 18 grand so far of me going back there 34 times. And see this? I've learned my Saturdays here are the best. But Smorgasburg is a totally different vibe. Better money even, but its best days are Sundays, not Saturdays. So the app kind of plans my weekend for me. So Saturday I'm here, Sunday I'm there. I'm never sitting at home wondering how to make another day in profit. And that's the whole thing. It just turns a risky gamble into an actual logical bet before you spent a dime.
So I run a food truck, and for years,
So every successful application relies on a strong technology stack working behind the scenes. So let me introduce you guys with the technologies that power our whole system. Okay, for the front end, our front end is built using React and Vite both. So React allows us to create a dynamic and interactive user interface through reusable components, making our applications easier to maintain and scale. So similarly, Vite is a modern build tool that provide extremely fast development and page loading times, which helps improve as a developer our productivity and user experience as well. For our backend, we use Node.js. So it handles requests from the users, process data, communicate with the external APIs, and send information back to the front end. So it is an obvious reason that Node.js is known for its speed and efficiency, so which make it popular choice for our modern web applications. So for our data source, our applications integrates data from several trusted sources. So we use Ticketmaster API to retrieve information about events and tickets. OpenWeather provides a real-time weather data to help users plan their activities. Similarly, NYC Open Data supplies publicly available information related to the New York City, while OpenStreetMap helps with locations and mapping services. Together, these sources allow us to provide accurate and useful information to our users. So as all of our team members are from cybersecurity majors, so security is one of the very important part of our applications. So for the infrastructure, we use GitHub, Render, and Superbase. GitHub, we use it for version control and team collaborations. So we use Render in order to host and deploy our application to the cloud and making it accessible to the online so that our users can easily access it. Similarly, we use Superbase as our backend database solution, allowing us to securely store and manage our application data. So here I'm going to talk about the Server.js. So Server.js, it is one of the heart of our backend applications. So Server.js starts the server, sets the port that the application runs on. So and it loads important secret keys and configuration settings needed for the system to work securely. And this also registers all the routes, which are the different paths a user can access when making requests. So in order to improve the security, we have used rate limiter that helps prevent overuse by limiting excessive requests. Finally, it performs health checks to ensure the server is running properly in the backend and handles error gracefully so the application remains stable and reliable. So in this slide, I'm going to walk you guys a bit about how our applications works behind the scene. First, our app pulls data from multiple APIs, such as event, weather, location, those kind of data source. Next, those collected data are processed and calculated to determine relevant conditions. After that, our decision engine analyzes the information and makes a recommendation by generating go or no-go results. The algorithm is not trying to be perfect, but it is a practical decision model. It combines business assumptions with weather conditions to estimate the profit or loss that you're going to make. So this helps users quickly decide whether an event is profitable or not based on the available data.
Here are some of the problems we face during the development process. I created a getignore for the front end directory, but for the back end, our mistake was we only created the .env example file, forgetting to add .env to a getignore. And when we pushed our work, we ended up pushing some API keys. That's not good because that means people with web scrapers can take our data, use our API keys for whatever they want to use it for. And we also tried hosting our website on the cloud, but when we did, we accidentally posted the entire root directory instead of just the front end folder. It caused a lot of confusion because we got the README file instead of the index.html because there was no HTML file for it to find. We also bought the domain chuckspot.me from Namecheap. This is a current issue that we're still facing. It will randomly go down or we'll get this error that it failed to resolve. Also, we wanted our function to be a lot better, but there is not much available data for us to use, especially free data that would be relevant. So even with the APIs we currently use, we are limited to daily rate usages. And If too many users use it at the same time, we will run out. Here are our security implementations. We can't always assume that users will put safe data into the fields, so we implement input sanitization. Let's make sure any data that users fill out fit within the constraints, and attackers can't use malicious JavaScript code or SQL injections, because if you see this image, it says, please enter a valid email address because someone tried to enter JavaScript. This is just an example. This is just an alert, but depending on how smart the attacker is, they can actually craft payloads that might steal password credentials. Also, when we store your data, we store it securely. To make sure we don't have data anomalies, we will use primary keys. This helps because some people have very common first and last names. So if you have two entries with the exact same name, you will have confusion because of an anomaly. And also, if you see here, our password hashes, those are what we actually store the passwords as. We never stored in plain text. So a hash is just a value that every time you put a string in, if you use the exact same function, in our case, we use bcrypt, you will get the exact same result. So this is what it actually compares when you authenticate. In the future, we would like to monetize our platform. TruckSpot Premium is our solution. So we'll have a paid plan and we'll include some features. We're thinking users, when they use our app, they'll have to agree to the terms of services to use the app, and we will collect some data. And using that data, we'll have analysts make predictions on what would be more profitable for them. It is still up to the user whether if they want to follow those like predictions or not, but yeah, almost like the stock market. We'll also want to implement two-factor authentication because right now you can just sign in if you get the credentials right. So this will prevent the brute force attacks. And we'd also like to rate limit authentication attempts for another layer security. We'd also like to make this site mobile friendly because right now it does not work very well on mobile. The site does not function very well. And we'd also like to put it on the App Store just for convenience because you don't want to have a whole laptop on the kitchen counter when you're in a food truck. Here is the link if anyone wants to try the site themselves right now. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes. Who's serving cat fried rice out here?
That would be me.
I'm sorry, Tyler, you had a question?
Yeah. So if I wanted to recommend this to somebody, what time frame should I give them for you to get the website up and running fully? Because I know you said you guys were having issues with the domain resolving, right? Yes.
Yeah, that shouldn't take too long actually. But the issue would be how many people are you recommending?
It would be just one, really.
Oh, just one? You can use it right now actually. The link here, it
Uh,
actually works. It's just that we don't have the domain we want it to be on because this does not look very professional. Chuckspot.me, way
yeah,
shorter, way simpler.
but thank you. I appreciate that.
Congratulations, guys. This looks really good. I think it seems like you guys make a great team, and I hope that you guys stay in touch and um, hopefully maybe do a hackathon together because I think that you guys could win if you stayed together as a team. So hopefully you keep working on this and go to a hackathon together over the summer, and I'll let you guys know if one comes up. I know that some of y'all are going to Air Force, but when you get back, so that you guys can compete in one together.
Thank
Um,
you, Jared.
I think, yeah, congratulations. I know that some of you guys are also, how many people in the team are cybersecurity?
All of
All of
us.
us.
All of
All of you
us.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay, because you took so much detail into making the app secure. And you guys really thought about that, and I'm curious, how going into web development, how much of have you guys gotten a new perspective into cybersecurity now since you had to build this app?
Not really, because we all had to take a class about web application security, and pretty much it was what we went over in the previous slide, where attackers would actually like do a SQL injection, and pretty much they have the power to like wipe the entire database if they actually get through. So that's why we had input sanitization, because we wouldn't want that happening for our users.
Okay, wow. And somebody else on the team, how did you guys handle, for example, if the API came out with an error or an empty call? Aniara, do you think maybe you could answer?
I did work mostly on the front end. This is
Okay.
more of like back end. Yeah.
So did the API calls happen on the front end or the back end?
So it's in the backend. So we use cores in order to handle the APIs between the front end and the backend in order to securely communicate between both of them. And so we use slash API slash health in order to check the health of the API so that our API is running securely in the backend section.
Okay, great. And then how did you handle empty calls?
So whenever the API call is empty, it's gonna say the failed page, and after that we we debug our whole code and then we run it only in the backend sections with the npm run dev command. So yeah.
Are you guys saving any of the data from each call? And maybe if somebody else wants to answer, but are you guys saving any of the data that comes back from each call? Or are you caching it or storing it anywhere, or are you making fresh calls every time?
So the users can actually save them if they want to, because they have their own profile. I don't think we demonstrated it because we didn't have enough time. But the parameters of that query, they can save it for themselves to look back on later on.
Okay, great. Yeah, congratulations, guys. It looks great. You should be really proud of this.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
this is such
Thank
a original app too. Great work, everybody.
you guys.
I think Luis has a
Luis,
question.
yeah.
So I just got onto the site, so I just wanted to know, like, how did you guys get the map going? Like, how did you like code it, or did you call which API did you guys call to get the map going?
We use OpenStreet APIs in order to get the map of the whole thing. So it was free, so that's why we use that API. So
Okay.
Yeah, amazing work, guys. Just for time's sake, I'm gonna move us to Radhawks. But yeah, y'all should be really proud of this. This is really great work, guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
thank you so much.
Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start. Good evening, everyone. So our project is called Red Hawk Marketplace. So we chose the name Red RAD. Hawk Marketplace is a creative twist on the Red Hawk. Red represent innovation and student energy, and while honoring the LaGuardia's Red Hawk mascot. Our idea was to create marketplace, especially for LaGuardia Community College students. We noticed that students often buy and sell textbook and electronics, furniture, and other items, but there were no specific platform that connects buyer to seller within our campus community. Our goal was to design a solution that makes buyer and seller easy, safer, and more organized for students. Today, we will work through the problem, our proposed solution, and the technology we used, and a live demo for the project.
Before we continue, I would like to briefly introduce our team. Tina served as the project lead and coordinated development and integration. I focused on front-end development and user interface components. Samia worked on full-stack features, including authentication and item listing functionality. Mauricio focused on backend related features and application structure. Sonima contributed to design and user experience improvement. Brikesh supported full stack development and project um, collaboration. Each team members contributed to different part of the project to bring the marketplace together.
Before creating the solution, we first identify the problem. Currently, LaGuardia students do not have a dedicated marketplace for buying and selling items on campus. Many students rely on social media, group chats, or third-party platforms that were not designed specifically for student communities. This creates several challenges. Listings are scattered across different places, communication can be difficult, and meeting strangers through public platforms can raise safety concerns. We wanted to create a centralized platform that would make transactions easier while keeping student safety in mind.
Our solution is the Red Hawk Marketplace. The platform allows students to create listing, browse item, and connect with other students in one place. User can post item with photos, description, prices, and categories to make searching easier. We also focus on features that support safety and convenience. Those includes secure communication between buyers and seller, a meeting spot location near campus, and search tools that help students quickly find what they need. The goal is to create a marketplace built specially around the need of the LaGuardia Community School students.
And now I'd like to show the live demo of our application. So when the user first arrives, the first thing you can see is the home page. They can right away see our platform goals here, that we are supporting LaGuardia's community college student to sell and buy and connect with campus community. If we scroll down, there is here 4 simple steps on how to use the platform, and below it there is featured items here. And also we can see here if we want to go create an account or browse more listing. So next I'll go to the marketplace where we have our listings. So here we can see the search bar. Here we used, for example, I can put book. So it will show us all the items that have the keyword book. And here we have also categories. These are the main categories that we decided to create. So we have electronic, for example, and sports. For example, if I click on shoes, you can see here shoes, or for electronics, we can see some of the items here. And also the user can put all, they can choose the price range. For example, if the max will be 15, it will only show us the items that are below $15. I think that's it for this page. Also, one of the most important goals that we focused on are the safety. So we want students to know how to use safe transactions, and just by following just few here, just like kind of rules, but also like just an advice. For example, here, report suspicious activities. That's where we can go to our contact support page. We can go from here or here. So if we go to contact support, oh my God, sorry. I'm not sure why. Okay, I'll go from here. I guess we didn't connect it well. So the user can simply just enter their name, email address, and the subject. So, for example, report, and then a message. So the message will be sent to the support team. And here, if our user wants to log in or register, simply they can use this page here to either choose buy items or sell items. Even if you choose one feature, you can later use the other one. So for example, here I'll create an account using my name. And for the password, we choose at least 6 characters. This is optional. And then just bio as a student and stuff. So once we create the username, now we can sell here our items. So briefly, I can show how we can post an item. We can choose a price, for example, $15. Choose clothes, description. Let's say, okay, here. And we can upload the picture here. And we can post our listing. And now if we go back to the marketplace, we can find it there, here. And it says that we just posted. Also, one feature that the marketplace can give us is the adding to favorite. And another one is to contact the seller. So we have here a prompt ready to send and a meeting request. For example, yeah. And if we want to see our listing, we can find them here. If we want to remove them, we can just click on remove, and yeah, it's gone. And I think also we can log out. I'll know, oh, sorry. Okay, I'll now hand it to Brikesh, our teammate.
Brikesh, you're muted.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I was just speaking without my mic on. Okay. So to build this website, we use various tools like React and VTake, and we use libraries as well. And the main thing we use is called version control, Git, and GitHub. And it was a short boot camp, but we got to learn a lot of things from it. We tried to put everything inside it, but during this short time, like we tried our best and to use everything what we can use to build our website. And we came up with the idea we need to gather tools that we can use to build this. So we use VT to help our work to make it faster during development. And other tools we used was a React router that help us to move or navigate between the pages when we load or reload the website. And for the icon, you see the icon, right? The home icon or different kind of icon, menus, button. So for that, uh, we had the option to customize it as well, but that's a lot of things to do. So we just use the library called Lucid React. So we do not have to design them by ourselves. And we also use GitHub control for the version control, and the whole thing and the whole team used GitHub to track the changes. Between the development phase, we learned I say we learned more about version control and how to work in a collaboration in a team. I would say, yeah. So I would like to handle this to our other teammates.
So yes, although we have completed the core prototype, there are several improvements we would like to implement in our future versions, which will be including user authentications, user student email verification, database integration for persistent data storage, and real-time messaging between buyers and sellers, and eventually a mobile application for sure. So we also plan to continue refining the user interface, fixing bugs, and expanding features to create a more complete marketplace experience. Yeah, I would say that.
To conclude, the Red Hawk Marketplace addresses a real need within the LaGuardia community by providing a dedicated platform for buying and selling items safely and efficiently. Through this project, we gained experience working as a development team, using collaborative tools and applying modern web technologies to solve a practical problem. And that's it. Thank you, everyone, for your time and attention, and we'll be happy to answer questions.
Great work. I'm going to open it up for questions. My first I want to say this is great work here. I love the idea of kind of like this, almost like Facebook Marketplace in a local kind of setting for, LaGuardia, keeping it kind of local to your school. Two questions. So, rating systems for users, is that something that y'all thought of, or is that something that you hope to kind of do in the future? And then also, what was the decision choice that made y'all want to go with inline CSS over kind of like a Tailwind CSS or a Material UI?
I want to answer the first question. The motivation behind this work is that each one of us had a different idea. I'll just give like maybe two examples. One of us wanted to build a bookstore where they can sell books because they are very fan of reading. And the other example is that one of us wanted to because yeah, I was looking for decoration for my new room, so I was just browsing and I didn't find anything that I like, and I was thinking like why, for example, we don't have these kind of tools. So the just merging all our ideas, we find that like our team can just can build something that we all can build something that we wanted. And other thing is that we wanted to do something like that we don't generate we don't want to think about generating income, because we want to start learning by building something that is good for community. I don't know, is that answers the first question or
I am.
Hi. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Asvasia.
go on ahead, Geraldina. I want to make sure that we can actually get through all of the questions.
Yeah, congratulations, you guys. I think this is a really great idea, and I think it's something that you guys could actually even possibly pitch to the school or you use between the students if you keep working on it. So, good job. I don't think that you guys mentioned like a technical challenge that you guys had during building this application. Is there something that you technically remember
So
that
while
was
we
hard?
were, oh yeah. So first thing, every person was working on their own tasks. Like for myself, I was working on filter and search option. Sonima was working on support. Tina was coordinating with the team. and we were working on separate brands through our own devices, and we were never on campus like throughout the entire project. We just met during Saturday, and we were all working through the remote. And while we tried to merge, like we we came to a conflict. Like we were like, if one was trying to push, another were like unupdated. They didn't pull from the GitHub. So the main challenge for us was like to manage the conflict and make the deployment like go well. And yeah, I think conflict was the major challenge in our project.
For me, one of the challenges was when I was working, was the image not featuring on this list section. It was just using emojis when I was trying to do it. So instead of a real image, it was giving me like emojis with the React. So I had to create like a separate hardcode list of lists, so that it used the same data of the marketplace that was already using. So once I realized that, I had to import item data and item card component from the homepage and use that directly to my homepage, so that it shows like the same thing, like how you're gonna share it in the marketplace and also on the homepage. So it was one of the things that I had to like figure out how to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just connecting to that also because I created the main branch and the rapport because I was trying to lead the group like just by making sure that everyone is doing like something or like the task, even if in different time than us. So I think main challenge that I countered is that the first is that merging the branches. I always find conflicts and it's just so hard. And for the first time, we're using GitHub for this kind of collaborative project. And the second one is that is just finding a time for us all to just share our new like design ideas and things like that.
Okay, thank you guys. Congratulations. And please, Kazi and Kiki and any other TAs on the call, if you have feedback, don't let me take away from you guys.
Yeah, I'm just really enjoying the presentations and everyone's work. So thank you though, Geraldina.
Yeah, you guys don't be shy. Please give feedback to the students.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been really enjoying all the presentations, and I really like the kind of more like personal spin that a lot of the groups have put on them. Particularly like having a marketplace app for the college campus, making it kind of like uh, a specific demographic is a great way to really make an app shine and find like a kind of like a niche to focus on, right? Even if it's something that's like been done before, right? So I really like the ideas that I've been seeing today.
Yeah, I'm going to say that I really like seeing what everyone has chosen to work on, and it really shows what you guys care about. And it's really interesting to get to see that after spending time with you guys during the boot camp. So.
Okay, cool. Amazing work, guys. So just for timing's sake, if we don't have any other questions or pieces of feedback, just want to say great work. Again, continue working on this app. I think LaGuardia will really benefit from this. But let's go into our next group, HMTT Learn.
All right. Good evening, everyone. So thank you for being here today. Our team is excited to present our HMTT Learn, a unified developer learning platform and interactive coding sandbox that was designed specifically for beginner developers. So before we jump in, let's introduce the team. and we'll see how we split the text. So main handle the design. They work on the homepage dashboard and some buttons. Me that um, work on the login logout authentication and some UI UX user flows. And Ted focus on the full stack logic, like core engineering. So it's like this. Now I'll talk about our core problem we wanted to solve when we start building this project. So once someone new like start learning programming languages like web development, they face something called tab fatigue. Like imagine you're trying to learn this basic code like JavaScript concept. So you have the first tab, which is explaining the technical aspect of the code, and you have another tab where you open the tutorial to see how it's code, and another one you open the local editor to actually write the code, and another one you have like browser the window tab showing the console output, and another one you have like leak code or like Stack Overflow to see these problems and how to solve these problems. And another one you have a notepad to just track what you have done so far. So this is really annoying, and these constant tab switching leads to like lots of focus, some cognitive fatigue, and discourage to keep learning. So basically, we got lost in the sauce. So we don't want that. So to address these, our project offer a single unified interface that combines everything like learning theory, practicing coding, and like automatically tracking your progress. So to show how our project solve this frustration, I'm gonna pass it to Thane with our solution overview. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Tabahe. Yeah. Our solution is HMTT Learn. It's an all-in-one learning workspace that consolidates the developer journey into four pillars. So number one is learn, read structure and syntax, highlighted tutorials and articles. So number two is paid, solve coding challenges in an interactive coding sandbox directly in the browser. So number three is read, share and read developer tips on a fully searchable blog page. So number four is track. Keep motivated using a personalized dashboard that monitors completion status, tracks, and logs your life achievements. So by bringing all these tools under a single navigation bar and layout, we eliminate tab clutter and let developers focus on writing code. So now let's stop looking at study slides and show you HMTD Learn in action. So yeah, here is our HMTD landing page. You can immediately see the clean and modern layout with clear call to actions, feature tutorials, and quick links to explore the categories. Everything is designed to be accessible and fast. Yeah, our past blog. We also have the sign in and sign up page. A user can create their username and password, and they can use their own account. Yeah. So main will explain about the blog page. Yeah.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Min. I'll show you the blog page. So over there are a bunch of articles. You can choose them by using the search bar or the filter key. Anyone is fine. So let's go to JavaScript. So there you'll see an article, and then if you click on it, you'll see a bunch. You see a little article. Plus, there's a like button. You can click it, and it will increase. And also, you can also comment. Let's just say good. And it post. And also, you can delete that comment by clicking on the trash bin. So all of these are ran on the internal storage, browser's internal storage, because we don't have time to develop more, and it's easier, it's faster. So that'll be it. I'll let Ted to explain the rest of the page. Oh, sorry.
All right, let me go to it. Let me start share this. Go to, I'll just go to look at that. Um, okay, so I would like to show the main feature of our page, our website, where we can solve the challenges. So I'll go to challenges tab. So we have like a bunch of challenges. So I will just choose a first one for the demo. And in this, as like we have seen in other coding's like challenges website, we have like the problem description at the left side, and then we have the code, the test editor at the right side. The feature that like the different from just like a demo is we can actually run the code here. So to be clear, I would just like say like a run code like return 0 for this specific problem. I can run and it will show like it will fail the test and then it will show it fail. And unless like we pass all the test cases, we will not be able to create this solve. So let's write the real code. So to be quick, I'll just copy paste the code here. So yeah, let me go back, and then this is a real code. They're like the correct code. We split into array, and then I reverse, and then join back. So this is basically reversing the test. So I will run the code, and then it passed. So when we pass, we can now mark as solve. So that's the core engine of our site where we can actually run the code. Yeah, we have a bunch of challenges we can try. So I will skip this to be quick. So next, I would like to share our admin page. So once user log in the account, we have our admin panel. So not only user can like read and interact with the content, the user can also create the content from this admin page. So yeah, and I've also prepared as well. So let's say like I like demo that I can like discuss and then write my name. Then like put the images. I have like preloaded the images to be quick. That is not me. So and then like I will copy the rear, the markdown, and then the center highlighter test. So this is the input we'll be putting. Yeah, so this is the input for the body, and then we can publish the blog post. So once we have done, we can go to blog page, then we can go find our blog we just created. And then we can read it. And then this is the body part we get by putting the raw text here, like markdown text here, and then it's transformed into like this. Yeah, this is my part for this. Yeah, I'd like to pass. Let me check my slide back. So I have done admin panel. So yeah, this is the end of this, and I'd like to pass to Min to explain our engineering tool and stack we use for our project.
Yeah, we use very simple tools, React and Vite for our front end to make things fast and easy. And also for parsing, for in the blog, you can see the size of the code. Sorry, the lines are different, and also the code examples have a different colors and fonts, like the one in the VS Code, the dark theme. So we use those using a React Markdown and React Syntax Highlighter to create those. And also for storage, like I said, we use browser's internal storage to keep things simple. And also we don't have time to develop more. If we could, we might have add something to it. Yeah, that'll be it. And I'll let Ted to continue.
Okay, so yeah, now I would like to talk about the technical challenges we face during our project. So the first one is like, as I have mentioned, the most important feature of our site. We have an issue where when to our site is like most only like client side, we don't have database or any backend. So, and then we also want to think about the executing like content, like remote code execution, where the user can like put random code. So we solve this problem without needing the backend server by wrapping the user input into the function and then running on the user side, client side. So yeah, that's how we have solved the problem with thinking about a server to run the user code. Another problem we face was having like, so currently we're using the local storage, and then we also have like preset data for this like demo purpose. So that problems was we have like two different data in two different places. The first one is we have like pre-data, and then the other one is that there are only like edit data. We comment, we like, then we create content. So our site has to reflect both of them. They have to be matched. So that's how we try to match with the local data file and then like our like context data in the like in the array in the context to show the data on the dashboard, and then like still like keeping track of the things. So when we refresh our page, it still keeps showing up. Like we refresh, it's showing the same. Yeah, that's what the challenges we face. Next, I would like to talk about our future plan. For future, as Min has mentioned, we definitely want to like integrate with the database. We are just like using the storage, which will not work in the real life. So yeah, we will use database to like store all the data that we are storing using the local storage. And we will also like try to improve our authentication, because like currently our authentication is just like simple front-end authentication that doesn't like use any tools, just like simple authentication, which just capability to like do authentication on the front end. And then the phase three is we like to implement better and like enhanced version of the code editor that support the autocomplete, so the student and the user can code and like solve the problem with better experience as they do in the VS Code. Yeah, this is the end of our presentation, and thank you for listening to the end. And I would like to welcome any question and answer and any feedback for our presentation and our project.
Yeah, great work, everybody. I really love the aspect of actually having the code editor and being able to solve the issues within the app there. A lot of times, like you'd have to go to like GitHub, a workspace and stuff like that as well. Very clever way of handling the JavaScript there, but just what are some of the security concerns you might have from actually running your JavaScript code on the client side this way?
Do you ask like what are the issue that we can face when we run the JavaScript on the client side? Is it what you ask, or do you mean
What are some of the security concerns?
the security concern when running on the client side? Oh yeah, I I think it would be like the intention, like user like maybe clicking a link and then like in the link it has like JavaScript code. Yeah, something like that might happen, I believe, because like it's like allowing the user to run the JavaScript. So maybe the hacker could pre-input the JavaScript code in the site. And then when user click it, it will like input the code into our site, and then it will run on the user machine.
Nice. Yeah. Again, awesome work. I really love the design as well. I would like to open it up to anyone else that has a question or two, but we'll only have like I guess one or two questions because we still have two groups to kind of go through real quick. We don't have any.
Yeah,
Great.
I'll ask you guys a question. So it was two of you on the team?
And me, Min, Dad,
Oh, no,
and
four of
then
us.
four of us.
Or sorry, who Min, Ted, and Tet.
And
And
Thane, the one with the
Okay.
G profile. Yeah.
All T names, all T-ish names together. Okay, well, I mean, great job, first of all. And I also think you guys make
Thank
a
you.
great team. Who was the student that started out? Was it you, Min?
It was that.
No,
That
Min. Yeah.
Hi, Thed. Do you think that maybe you could just tell me about a component? I know I asked this question to the other teams, but I think it's a great thing that you can talk about in interviews is talk to me about a component that you built out in any of the pages.
So I focus on my login logout. So one thing I would say is the easiest ways would be like when we log in log when we put in the credential and it doesn't match or like there's like no data in our local storage, it kind of returns back to the login page. So what we do is like just check the text field, like the maybe the username and what else? The password. And we kind of just loop it through the JSON list. And if there's like no match, I just return them back to the login with the filling form. That would be one component I would. Is it
Yeah, and how
is it
did you parse? Do you parse the text in the text field?
like first like I don't really know
To
what
see
that
if
means, but
it's the correct characters or format?
I trimmed it and I put it. The username is only the lowercase, so and there's no space. No
Okay, and
space
what
should be
function
involved. So
did you
like
use?
trim.
What
Yeah.
function do you use to do that?
So it's like just the JavaScript. Like one is like trim, and another one is like to lowercase or to lower.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you
Thank
guys.
you. Thank
Great
you.
job.
Thank you, Ms. Jardina.
Is there any other questions for us?
Any pending questions? Going once, going twice.
Oh,
Yeah, great, guys.
Thank you.
Let's go to Team Gold Diggers. Not goal diggers.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening. I hope everyone's good. And since this is the final week for the finals, I wish everyone all the best for the finals. So our team is called Gold Diggers, not Gold Diggers. I know it's weird, but I thought it was cool. And today we are presenting our Capstone project for TTPR Bootcamp 2026, a habit tracker web page. The idea is simple: help people build better daily routines by giving them a clean, visual way to track their habits every single day. We build it with React on the front end and Node.js with Express on the back end. And we also use CSS for the styling part. There are 6 of us in the team, and we're gonna introduce everyone in a bit. So let me start with a problem I actually deal with personally. I go to class, I go work, I try to stay consistent at the gym. That's already 3 big things pulling my attention every single day. And honestly, keeping track all of it is harder than doing it. I would tell myself I'm going to gym 4 times a week and study for an hour, extra hour for after work. And I would do it for a few days, but then I would lose track and the habit would just quietly die. I know I'm not just the only one. If you're a student, you probably have same thing going on. You're juggling classes, maybe a job, trying to eat right, sleep enough, work out, and keep up with assignments. There's a lot, and without something keeping you accountable, and it's really easy to forget what you actually did and when. That's the core problem. Yesterday's effort, no memory, no streak, no big picture, and yesterday's effort is forgetting the moment you close the notes. And there's no visible rewards for showing up day after day, and it's hard to see how a whole month of actions actually adds up to something Here's a stat that really put it in perspective for us. It takes about 66 days on average to form a new habit. That's 2 full months of consistency. And most people give up way before that, not because they don't want it, because they don't have any tool reminding them how far they have already made. So I'm gonna go to next slide, and my teammate Arun Tamang gonna talk about it.
I think you're muted if you're talking.
Hello, guys. Are you there?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
There's no voice.
Maybe he should try taking his headphones off.
Hey, Aaron, we still can't hear you.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. What if you quickly hop out and hop back in if you're not able to unmute your audio there?
Sure, I can go to next slide.
Hold on, let him come.
All right. Curse of the live demo sometimes.
Naima, do you want to just tell us more, tell us something
Sure,
about the
I'll
project
go to next
while
slide.
he's
Yeah.
you can leave if you guys plan for Aaron to talk about this, he can talk about this, but if you'd like to talk about something else while we wait.
Sure. I'm heading to the live demo. So initially I thought I would do a video, but I think it's better to do a live demo. That way I can explain it better. So I'm gonna share you my web page.
Hello? Is my
Yeah.
voice clear now?
Yeah. I can hear
Yes.
you now.
I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Could we go
No
back to the slide
problem.
or
Don't,
we can
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
Go.
can go back. Don't worry about it. You're good.
I'm sorry guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Our solution of Okay, here we go. Our solution is a clean personal habit tracker. The idea behind it is simple. Like you sign in, you build your habit list, and you check them off daily. And every time you do it, you are building a visible streak. So showing up actually feels like a progress. Like Nima said, our app is built on React 19 and Vite on the front end, with a separate Node.js and Express as a backend that handles user registration and login. The entire habit tracking logic live inside our app.jsx file, which manages two core state variables, your habit list and your completed history. Both sync to the local storage, so your data survives in between the sessions as well. There are six main features. The personal accounts, where each user's data is namespaced by their email, so no two accounts ever mix. Or we also have uh, I'm sorry, the one-click presets. So there are like the already defined presets like water, gym, reading, coding that you can start in seconds. We also have our daily checkoff. So you mark a habit done or undone with a single click. We have a streak counter, so you can have a track of like how long you are following your schedule, and we have a current streak and we have a personal best. We also created a month calendar, which is a really good user interface as well. We indicate green if in that day you did all of your tasks, yellow if you just partially did it, and we always highlight the day in which you are currently in. And we also have a daily quote, that like a fresh motivational quote that we pull out every time. So every day it's like refreshed. I think in our area we define like 9 motivational quotes. We are deciding to add more on that part, but it refreshes and comes. There's always a new motivational quote every day. I think we can move on to the next slide.
Can you guys see my webpage?
It's a
Hello?
little this happens to me too. Can you try to full screen it and then unfull screen it? That might
Okay.
work.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
So before we get into the homepage, it asks users to put in a login credential. First, you need to register. Since I already registered, so I'm gonna use my credentials. And if you give a wrong password, it's gonna give you a wrong. Then I'm gonna put my correct password. Uh, when you first log in, this is what you see. It greets you by your name and shows you today's date, Tuesday, June 9, 2026. These four cards at top are basically your snapshot for the day, how many days in a row you have been showing up, your longest streak, and how much of today you have already knocked out, and your total habits you have done. At the glance, you know exactly where you stand out without having to dig into anything. The blue banner scrolling in the middle is just a motivational quote. It changes every day, just a little something to keep you going. Below that, today at a glance, once you have added your habits, it will show you the percentage you have completed so far. So moving into the uh, habits tab, this is where you build your habit list. We have made it easy by adding some preset packs. So if you are a student, you just click the add pack and it loads in like habits like studying. So we just do it. So you're gonna pop out like few habits like study 1 hour, review notes, read textbook. Same goes with the fitness pack, mindfulness, and deep work. You just pick what fits your life, and you're ready to go in literally 2 seconds. So let's go. So when I'm done with any habits, I just check off two. So it will show that I have completed 2 of 4 habits, and it's 50%. So let's see what happens when I complete everything. Or yeah, also you can customize your habit, like for example, medication. I can add it or any suggested habits over there. So once I complete it, um, it's gonna give you like a congratulations pop-up page that shows your streak and something motivational that you have completed something. Um, Coming to the third slide. Mm, this is probably my favorite tab, honestly. Once you start logging your habits, you get this weekly bar chart showing how much you have completed each day of the week. Tuesday is fully green 100% because I already completed all 5 habits that that day. The others day are empty because I just set this up so the weekly average is sitting at 14%. But as you keep logging every day, this bar fill up and that numbers climb. You can really see a consistency or where you are slacking in one view. Below the chart, there's also a heat map covering the last 12 weeks. It works kind of like a GitHub contribution graph, if you have seen that. The darker the green, the more you have completed that day. Over time, it becomes this visual record of effort. We still need to work on the day because it doesn't align that much. Uh, Coming to the calendar tab, this is the monthly view. Today, the 9th is highlighted in blue. As you can see, completed habits each day. The calendar fills in with color. Greens mean you got everything done that day. Yellow means you got some of it done. It's really satisfying thing to look at when you have a solid week because you can see the whole month laid out in front of you and actually feel the progress. Um, Coming to this last icon, it's a setting tab. Uh, it's pretty straightforward. You can switch to a dark mode if you prefer that, which is easy on eyes, especially at night like this. Also, you can turn on the reminder notification. I already put turn on it, so I can't turn it off. I need to work on that too a little bit. You can also like set timers, like when you want to like steady, like 8 a.m., like something like that. So I'm stop sharing my screen now.
Okay.
The next slide. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, Jonathan.
So I want to introduce the team. So the work we have done. We are the six members and the six pieces of the puzzle. So starting with Tenzin, he built the foundation basically. So the use state and the use effect that hooks, that save and reload everyone's habit in data and local stories. So he was the one who laid the foundation of our project for that part. For the second part, I handled date logic and the daily code system. So what I did was like inside the app.jsx file, I wrote the format date and get to the string functions which convert JavaScript's date object into a consistent year, month, date string using local time rather than the UTC. And that very formatted date is the key that's used everywhere in the app. That's how the completed habits get stored and how streaks get calculated. The quotes array holds like, as I said, 9 motivational quotes. That's hard coded directly into the front end. And I use today's date number to deterministically pick one. So every user sees the same quote on the same day, and it rotates automatically at midnight without any server call. And then Nemo was responsible for the habit management. So for add habit, add preset, and delete habit. So for those kind of functions, like where you add or remove, that everything goes through his code. Jonathan built the done button and the streak engine. The toggle habit plus both streak calculators. That's responsible for counting your like consecutive days for your streak. That's what Jonathan handled. And then Tyler was responsible for the stats view, for the calendar and the weekly bar chart that shows your completion sorry, completion breakdown day by day. So he was responsible for that really good user interface and for that part. And Olmutism at the end, so he was the one like who tied all together the progress cards using today percent and total done, and I would say like overall the full layout and including the sign-in page. So these were the six contributors for our project, one code base, and every piece is essential. So we can move on to the next slide.
Hi everyone. So this slide explains like how our apps like remember user habits even after the browser is refreshed or closed. We use React state to store our like current habit while the app is running. And when the apps opens, it checks browser's local storage for any previously saved habits and loads them automatically. Then whenever user adds or edits or remove a habit, the updated list is saved back to the local storage. So this creates a simple persistent system without needing a database. As a result, user no longer lose their habit streaks or progress like when they leave the apps or return later. So in short, like these features helps provide a better user experience by automatically saving and restoring data. Okay.
You're muted,
Yeah,
Jonathan.
sorry. Hi everyone. So basically this code controls the done button. So when a user clicks done, the program checks if the habit is already completed for today or not. If it is not completed, the code adds it to the to this completed list. And if it is already completed, the code removes it. So which works as an undo feature. So after that, the app automatically updates the streak, the percentage, the statistics, and the calendar on the backend. So this code is important because it records the user's daily progress and keeps the feature updated. Yeah.
So here's how we handle the streaks. So it starts off by grabbing today's date and checking if you completed any habits that day or had any. So if you did complete your habits, you're going to get a +1 to your streak, but it also has to check the previous days to see if you're starting a new streak or you're continuing an old one. So it's going to keep checking the previous days to see which habits you did. And at that point, if you didn't complete any habits, the streak is going to either start again or just clear.
So these are the improvements that we'd like to make it in the future. So right now the application uh, uses the browser storage as a local storage, but we would like to add a real database such as PostgreSQL or user data where the user data is stored securely. And we also want to improve like the security by encrypting passwords and using proper login authentication so the passwords and emails are saved. Uh, Another improvement that we would like is to access the habit adder in any form in any devices like mobile tabs. You can access it any devices. And finally, we would like to deploy the application online so anyone can use it from here. So I'll move it to Tyler for the things that we faced difficulties.
Yeah, before we get into the questions, I would like to go over the issues. So our actual biggest challenge wasn't the coding itself. It was actually getting the idea together, planning and working with our schedules, personal life, jobs, class, because as a six-person team, it's a lot going on. And one of the TAs, I don't know if he's still here, Sahid, he can speak on this because he joined us in the breakout room before and we were kind of all over the place. This is like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So at that point, we were finally getting our groove, but that's still only so much time to get things going. And then on top of that, once we did get our idea together, we had to figure out setting it up with it being a six-person team, and it was kind of hectic dealing with the merge conflicts and just getting the actual repo set up properly. So we learned that if we're going to actually work together as a team, we need to plan properly and get really ahead and start things early. So if you guys have any questions or any tips or any suggestions for the future, we're all ears.
Good job, guys. Congratulations.
Thank
Who
you.
is your team member that's missing?
Muhammad.
Mohammed,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's what we meant.
Um,
Scheduling.
so
Which
I
Muhammad?
have
Because we have a few. Which Muhammad is missing from your group?
Mohammed Wakis.
Oh, okay. I think he presented today.
No, the other one.
I already Altism.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
What's the last?
Um,
Hold on, just give me a second. Um, It's Muhammad Al Mutazim.
Okay, got it.
So, do you think you could go back to the page where you guys showed your code? First of all, I thought it was really great how you guys each were able to talk about a technical aspect of it, and you chose a piece of the code to talk about. I think congratulations on that because that's really important. So, in the page before, for example, the one with that uses where the student that uses the filter method in the sheet before this one.
Uh, which wait.
Yeah, this one.
The
Oh,
second one.
no, the one before, yeah.
Uh, Wait. This one.
Yeah, so this one, who created this new list?
It was me.
And Jonathan, can you explain to me this filter method? Uh in this array, what do these three dots mean?
Wait, which one?
Right.
In your new list const, the
Oh,
filter
the
method?
filter one?
Yeah.
Oh, the filter goes through like every item in an array uh, and keeps only the item that match a condition. So you have a list and the filter goes to, I mean, every array in the background, and when it matches, it keeps as a condition. Yeah.
Okay. And what is the difference if you don't use the spread operator there?
If you don't use it, it will take a lot of time. Uh, and the spread operator creates a new copy of the array. So in React, we should not modify the original array directly. So we created a new, so we created a one. So we might accidentally change the original array and React may not detect the update correctly. So by creating this array, it changed and update the screen properly, like in a proper way.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
You answered that so well. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Um, and then I'm curious why, so you guys all showed a function. How come you didn't make some of these components, for example?
Can you please repeat?
So, for example, in the other page, I think I saw
Which one?
something.
Was it
Or how about I'll ask this one because I was curious about this too. There was one student that worked with the calendar and another student that worked with date. How did you guys work together to combine your work?
Well, that's where I was talking about too, where we need to plan that better because me and Jonathan, because it's us two that worked on that, we were the only ones in cohort one, but it was still tricky because even though I'm working with him, I'm not really working with him at the same time. I'm in the meeting with him, but I'm not actually with him working. So I would kind of just push whatever I can and then hope that it would work out. So that's the issue on my end.
Okay. Yeah, good job, you guys. Thank you for answering my questions and congratulations on this project. You guys presented it really well, so I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Geraldina.
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing work, guys. Also, it's an app that kind of promotes healthy habits compared to the habits that are formed from, like checking Instagram or TikTok every day. So I love this whole aspect of it turning into something to kind of give you more positivity back in the web. So yeah, great work. All right, so
Yeah.
it looks like we have one more uh presenter. This is courier message. I know
Yeah.
y'all the group presented on Monday, but feel free to kind of do a quick like overview of like the app and what you worked on. I know you were kind of locked to not being able to present on Monday.
Yeah, I couldn't make it for yesterday's session. Okay, can you guys see?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex De Jesus, and today I will be showcasing my team's brand new chat app called Chat Career. We had 4 people on this team, and each of us owned a completely different piece of the project. And she was our front-end developer, and she built everything you see visually when you use the app, the chat interface, the sidebar, the message bubbles, all the styling and layout. Alif handled authentication and the user database. He built the sign-up and login system, JWT token generation, secure cookie sessions, protected routes, and connected everything to a MySQL database hosted on Railway. I focused on the real-time messaging side of the backend, the chat API, connecting MongoDB, authenticating socket connections, which is basically everything that makes the chat aspect of the app work. Javier took on what was probably the most unique challenge out of all of us, in which he built the Unity minigame that runs inside the app and serves as the gate between wanting to send a message and actually sending it. So the purpose of our app. Most chat apps are just boring. You open it, you type, you send, and that's it. There's nothing special about them. We wanted to ask ourselves, what if sending a message actually meant something? What if you had to earn it? We looked at every messaging app out there and they all do the exact same thing. We wanted to do something different. So instead of just building another messaging app, we combined real-time communication with an interactive minigame that you have to win before your message gets delivered. That's the whole concept. It's not just a chat app, it's an experience. You think, you play, and then you communicate. We wanted to push people to connect not just socially, but intellectually. So our goal from the beginning was to build something that was both useful as a communication tool and fun as something you'd actually want to pick up and use. Something that stands out, and that's what Chat Career is. So for the demo, before I get into the demo, I want to be transparent about something. Due to a technical issue on my end, I won't be able to showcase the Unity minigame feature. However, the rest of my team was able to demonstrate it during Cohort 1 session yesterday. So I will still showcase the other features of the chat app, aside from the Unity game. So let me know if you guys can see this for it. Can you guys still see? Okay. So, okay. Let me walk you through what the app actually looks like when you use it. When you first open Chat Courier, you land on a login page. If you don't have an account, you can hit the sign up button down here, and you can create an account by entering your username, your name, your email, and a password. Phone number is optional. That information gets stored securely in the MySQL database. For time's sake, I'll just log in. Your password is hashed. And also, there we go. So this is the home screen. When you log in, you can see all your conversations, your profile in the bottom left, and your chat, and the person you're conversing with. On the top left, there's a new conversation button. If you have someone you want to talk with, you just enter their username. So I'll just put Javier, TTPR, and then start chat, and then a new chat will show up with the other person in there. Right next to that button is a dark mode / light mode button. So you press it and it changes the UI. Whichever you prefer, you can choose. So the way this works is once the chat is created, it shows up on both users' sidebars. When you open the conversation, the full message history loads from MongoDB, so you can see everything that was said before. When you type a message and hit send, it doesn't just update your screen locally. It travels through a live WebSocket connection to the server, gets saved to the database with a timestamp and the sender's username, and then gets broadcast instantly to everyone in the conversation. So let me log into the other persons. So I will go John Doe. Do here. Okay. So when I send the message here, so testing, it'll show up on both sides. So this is the real-time messaging that I was talking about. That history persists, so when you log out and log back in, no matter what amount of time passes, your conversations, all your chat history, they'll also be there exactly as you left them. In addition to this, as I said before, when you hit the send button, the Unity game would play. Unfortunately, due to a technical issue, I won't be able to showcase that part. But at its core, I was still able to show the UI and the real-time messaging. So back to our presentation. So the tech stack. On the front end, we use React with Vite. React lets us build a dynamic user interface where things update in real time without reloading the page, which is really essential for a chat app. On the backend, we use Node.js and Express. Node.js lets you run JavaScript on a server, which worked really well for us because we were really comfortable with JavaScript from our experience in the bootcamp. Express is a lightweight framework that makes it straightforward to build API routes and handle HTTP requests. For databases, we made a decision to use two separate ones. So we used MySQL hosted on Railway, which handled all the user data, usernames, emails, passwords, and the sessions. This made sense because user data is structured, relational, and consistent. Then we used MongoDB hosted on Atlas, which handled all the chat data, messages, and conversations. This made sense because messages are really flexible and need to be written and read very quickly. For authentication, we use JWT tokens. When you log in, the server creates a token, and then that contains your user information and signs it with a secret key. That token gets stored in an HTTP only cookie, which means JavaScript on the page can't access it, which protects against certain types of attacks. For real-time messaging, we use socket.io, which establishes a persistent WebSocket connection between the browser and the server, so messages could go back and forth instantly without polling or refreshing. My personal contributions on the slide were the socket.io integration, the MongoDB connection and configuration, the JWT authentication specifically for WebSocket connections, the chat API with 3 endpoints for creating the chats, fetching the chats, and loading message history, and then Mongo schemas that define exactly how messages and conversations are structured in the database. So for the future of our chat app, we're proud of what we built, but we're really aware of what we didn't get to finish and what we'd want to add with more time. Starting with the profile side of things, we'd want to add the ability to upload a profile picture and make general profile updates so your account would feel more personal. We'd also add email OTP verification when you sign up so you can confirm you're using a real email address and add an extra layer of security. A forgot password and reset password feature is something every real application needs and something users expect to be there, so that would also be a priority. As well as push notifications for new messages. That would also make a big difference. So even if you're not looking at the app, you know when someone sent you something. On the game side, Javier's Unity minigame has its own character customization that we'd want to expand so players have more ways to personalize their in-game experience. Beyond that, we also talked about adding read receipts so you know when your message has been seen, typing indicators so you can see when someone is in the middle of responding, and messengers so you can find something that was said previously in a conversation. And that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I actually have a quick question for you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
You dealt with the socket programming aspect of the application, right?
Yes.
Did you find the client side or the server side more difficult to develop personally?
So I had a lot of issues with Socket. At first when I tried to do the socket, wait, hold up. When I tried to do the socket part of this, I kept getting an error in which when I sent a message, the message wouldn't actually send at all. Um, so setting up the routing and connecting the socket and wiring up the API, those were really difficult. Um, I would say the server side was harder because the problems were much like more difficult to identify. I don't know if it was just me, but when something broke, I just couldn't really see why. Um, the token was there, the cookie was being sent, but WebSocket connections don't carry cookies the same way HTTP requests do. And that's not something that was really obvious to me when I ran it. So the socket, to me, the socket part of this entire chat app was the most difficult part to get working.
Thank you. And it makes sense because the socket aspect of the application is with bringing everything to life in the chat. So thank you for your feedback, Alex.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have a question. Can I ask it?
Sure.
Yeah.
So the message that you guys send and receive, is it encrypted or not?
I don't believe the messages are encrypted.
Oh, it's not. So if it is not encrypted, then how can a, person use your guys that chat in order to exchange the message if it is not secure?
Well, that is a fair point. In the future, we would want to make messages encrypted due to our really compact time. We wanted to add more features that I didn't even speak about, like a point system and things of that nature. Um, it took us a while to get things running, about a week or so, to actually get something that was presentable. But in the future, we would want to make messages encrypted and secure so that wouldn't be a concern for our users.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
I just
Congratulations. Oh, go ahead. No, go
oh,
ahead, Kiki.
sorry. I just wanted to say, or congratulations. I think it's a really cool idea how you're taking, a format that we're all used to using and putting something interactive and creative into it. I think I would be curious to see how that could be applied in other ways across different typical formats that we see. So that's my only comment, and that was really cool. Excited for you guys.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, yeah, I second that this is a very impressive project and congratulations to you guys for working on it. I feel like I've seen, this could be the base for a lot of AI hackathon projects. Like I've seen a lot of chat, like you could come up with another idea and apply for a hackathon and use this as your base. Because I think that if you were to add an AI element to it, it could be interesting as well, and it would be applicable for competitions like that. And I've seen projects like this with the sockets not working for the hackathon, but as long as you're able to know how to implement it in the future, I think that's enough for sure. But it looks really good, and congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you. I appreciate that. At the start, when we were brainstorming ideas for the project, there were so many features we had to cut down on because we thought due to the time we wouldn't be able to get to it. Like I mentioned the point system earlier, even that we wanted to add like a recommendation system. So initially the project was something like similar to LinkedIn, where people don't you like follow people, but you don't really converse with them beyond that. So we wanted to implement the point system to show the amount of like how much you converse or like your progression with that person. So unfortunately we didn't get to do all that, but we're still proud of what we could accomplish.
Yeah, I hope you guys continue with it. You have a chance to do something with this for sure.
Thank you. I'll let them know.
Just want to mirror all of that as well. I was very lucky to kind of be, like part of the Monday class, by default. So I got to see the game actually work. And for everyone that's interested in that, of course, the recording will be up later on this week, hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, just seeing the whole complete package already is very impressive because of the fact that like the Unity game has a callback. I'll actually successfully send the message or not send the message depending on whether you got hit or not. So that was really really impressive there. So along with the sockets, you have like this whole Unity game that has a callback that talks to your React app. So there's a lot of really cool stuff happening in your app there. So amazing work there. As I mentioned before in the like the last presentation, like I could totally see a world where this can be almost like that Toontown, Metopia, all of these things kind of put together because of the fact that you have like this interactive game element already kind of set up and you can kind of like figure out how to incorporate that inside of your app. So very great work there. But yeah, if if is there any other pending questions or feedback for the app here? If not, fantastic work, Alex.
Thank you.
Okay, so um, I would say that's officially everybody here. I want to, I want to say before you all disappear into your internships and stuff and all of that, all of those pieces. Again, a lot of what you guys have built out is remarkable already, and just remember that this is kind of like the starting point. As I mentioned before, like some of my final projects after like giving it a little bit more incubation had turned into the projects that were like that actually like gave me like the rep I needed in my next career all the way to my first like project for my studio. So don't sleep on the really amazing work actually done. And I just want to like take this time to celebrate y'all. Like you have made really amazing projects, and I'm very proud of like what I've seen today. So just take that time to actually like really appreciate like the amount of work you've actually put in and actually created something really impressive here.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations. Yeah. So as
Does
y'all all,
anybody
oh
does
yeah,
anybody want to say anything from the boot camp, or any students or anyone?
Can I just say a few words very quickly? Just been an honor and privilege seeing everyone and their growth. And I know this was a very compressed program, but I hope it proved to everyone that they have tremendous potential, and if they put their mind to it, they're capable of doing some really meaningful work. So just was a pleasure on my end to be a part of all of it.
Uh, Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be a part of this bootcamp program, and all the TAs were amazing and helpful whenever I needed, and all the fellow mates are also good. Thank you, everyone. That's it. Thank you.
And thank you everyone for everything you have done throughout the more than 1.5 months.
Thank you, Professor, and thank you, Professor and team, and Geraldina for the good internship.
all did great. And um again, I will be on Slack. Feel free to always reach out if you have any questions or concerns. As well as I'm the only his boss in the world, so feel free to reach out to me on anything like that. But yeah, just I again like what I'm very excited to see what y'all do and like the roles and software y'all build in the future. Very similar to last year where it's kind of like peeps like Kazi and Luis were in the same shoes and how like they've grown to the phenomenal software engineers that they are now. So just understand like as long as you're 0.5% better than where you were in your career, like every day, like try to learn one small thing every day, like you're getting better by 0.5%, even if it's 0.1% every day, you're getting better. And just keep that up and you'll be a rock star in no time.
Osvaldo, do you mind if I make an announcement
Absolutely. Go
quickly?
ahead.
Okay. Um, so you guys, I know that this is your last day and you're gonna start your internships very shortly, and you're doing your finals right now. So I have two asks for you. So a lot of you guys have been placed. You're now doing your onboarding. If you have any issues with your onboarding, please make sure that you reach out to me and Manar so that we can figure that out and that everybody can get paid. If you are late on your paperwork, that may delay the amount that the time that you get paid. The other thing is that I have two forms. I'm going to share them right now in the chat. One of them is a feedback form, and it checks in on you on how you did in the boot camp, and it also asks you some questions about how you would like support during your internship and afterwards. Please fill this out because if you don't fill it out, I'm gonna keep reaching out to you about it and be really annoying. So it's just better for you um to do it. And it helps us a lot and it's gonna help you because it's gonna let us know how to help you. And then the second form is completely anonymous. So if you feel like you want to share something but you don't feel comfortable saying your name, the first form is required, but the second form is not. The second form, completely anonymous. It doesn't collect your name or your email or any information. But if there's something that you'd like to say about anything related to the boot camp or feedback for us, you can add it there as well. Does anybody have any questions? Thumbs up if you don't have a question.
No questions.
Okay, got it. Is everybody going to fill it up? Give
Yes.
me a heart if you're going to fill it out. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy for all of you and I'm excited and I'm going to continue to work with you guys throughout the summer. So I'll be in touch.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Geraldine.
For everybody and
Thank you.
things in the internship, all right?
Yes,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
And let's go Knicks.
everyone.
Let's go Knicks.
Let's go, Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone, good night.
Bye, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Sorry, just one last time before I leave. Let's go, Knicks. All right, guys.
Yeah. Geraldina, thanks for coming too.
Yeah, of course. I wish I could have made it yesterday, but I went to one of the events for the students.
Oh, yeah. No worries. That was recorded as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll be able to kind of take
I'll
a look.
I'll share it with the professors as well.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Hasvasio. This is your last day, right?
Yeah. So yeah, this was great. We'll chat on Thursday too.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Have a good night.
have a great one too, Geraldina.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Great work, guys. Y'all were hilarious and informative, and keep working on the app.
Was it funny enough?
Oh, it was great. It was wonderful.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Take it
All
easy,
right.
guys.
You want to talk?
Hey, how's it going? Khaled has a message to say.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Video.
Yep.
And Professor,
Okay.
so from a scale of 1 to 10, what you give our presentation? Be honest.
11.
Okay.
No, we want hundreds.
So are you thinking about like right now, like buying a food truck and actually using our app? Because that's what I'm thinking about now.
Come, guys, come to the
And
screen.
I'm telling you, like, keep working on the app. That is a startup idea in the making. Again, as I mentioned, final project stuff, like you got like a little sapling here, you keep working on it and it becomes the app. I'll be like, I know those guys. They made the app in my class.
Don't worry, we'll send you a check of
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah. We are on our way to become a billionaire.
Yeah, 1% of the profits goes to Hasvasio.
Yeah.
And free access. You will have
Free
a
access.
feature
Yeah.
for a lifetime.
Great work, guys.
Thank
Have-
you.
Take care.
All right.
Bye,
Have a good
Professor.
one.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Bye.
Appreciate everything you did.
Of course. See ya.